Seijin, who is playing Amethyst Steel. So like we said, not exactly the mirror, but it's pretty
kind
close.
of mirror, yeah. And for everyone who's new here, and Li Shitian is the one of the best player in Hong Kong, and it's maybe like in Asia.
Yeah, I mean, for sure, he's got plenty of experience in other card games as well. He's, I believe, has a huge repertoire of accolades behind his name, behind his belt. But here in Lorcana, he is just starting his questing journey, and it's such a pleasure to see other people from other games coming into Lorcana and really showing the skill expression of such a game. But here, we kick things off. Li Shitian does play his Angel with the underdog ability, and Seijin here uses Fire to Cannon to get rid of the Angel. Unfortunately for Shitian, not able to stick to the board. And Angel is actually very reminiscent of a character that that was I think in pre-rotation. It was a singer. I think it was a 1-cost 3 singer 3. Singer Ariel, I think. Ariel.
Yeah.
But yeah, here, unfortunately, we've got the slightly nerfed version, but it's still a pretty strong body nonetheless. Shitian is, he's just giving it some thought right now, thinking about what he should think.
I don't know. Like maybe there's like multiple choice on his side, and he's trying to figure out which 2 cards is the best one to play here. And the Angel with the undergo ability is really good in Tempo 1, but not in not the character you want to play in your turn 2, right?
Yeah, for sure. Here he does drop the Trouble Door, and this tells me that he is piloting the more of the mid-range list, so he is not playing the Amber Steel aggro that we're used to seeing in Fable, in set 8 as well with Reign of Jafar. But here we are looking at the variant that plays things like the Angel, Experiment 624, Aerial, Ethereal Voice as well. These are more of your mid-range cards. We did see him ink that Stitch, Carefree Snowboarder, onto in his Inkwell, right? These are all cards which signify that he is playing the slightly slower version, but I wouldn't say it's any less deadly.
Yeah, and this singer in this deck really do a lot of things for him. Like, there's a lot of good songs in this deck, like the Thunderbolt, Raging Fire, and yeah, it really gives the deck like
a lot of power.
Yeah, a lot of power.
Yeah, for sure. And also, guys, these players are playing for this slot in day 2. This is going to be their win and in. Whoever wins this match is going straight to day 2. Whoever loses, unfortunately, not going to day 2.
The journey is gonna end today.
That's right, that's right. So here, Shitian just making sure that he knows exactly which 2 cards are in Seijin's hands here. It's going to be the Cheshire Cat as well as the Elsa, the 5th Spirit. Yeah, I feel, cards like Mowgli, cards like Ursula, so much value, right? You're able to look at your opponent's hand, remember it, and also you get the added benefit of maybe discarding a card.
Yeah, and it would definitely impact your strategy in your mid game, your late game. That's, information is always the most important thing in Disney Lorcana, right?
That's right. I mean, even trying to remember exactly what your opponent inked as well is going to make such an impact into what cards, what cards you decide to put in your inkwell, what cards you decide to play, discard, every single decision counts in Lorcana. So it's very, very important to keep track of everything. Here, we are going to see Seijin just quest ahead with the Palace Guard, with the Lexington. He's going to drop his ink as well as play a Cheshire. Pretty solid turn over. Yeah, pretty solid turn overall. I think he's going to be pretty happy with that. Shitian here just going to be singing Delia's Moon Lullaby to get rid of that Palace Guard. Goodbye, vanish away, he says.
Yeah, and the Cheshire can really do a lot of things in this matchup because, both are players playing the steel strategy, so they want to, challenging to opponent's character. And Cheshire Cat do the shift damage, which is really meaning a lot in this match, not the mirror match. Sorry.
Yeah, that's right. So we are going to see another Delia's Moon Lullaby, going to reduce Lexington's strength by 2. So it's just a note that you're minusing 2.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think he's just making sure that it's clearly marked so that the players are aware of that, because Delia's Moon Lullaby doesn't just reduce the strength of your character this turn; it does it until the start of your next turn, right? So even this Well, even in Sajin's turn this time around, he's only going to have a 2 strength Lexington.
Yeah.
Not super helpful.
Yeah, and now Shiten plays a really good character here, the bodyguard.
Chief Powhatan. So he has bodyguard. He is an incredibly big body as well. He does have a slight side effect of not being able to challenge. But you know what? He's not going to be challenging.
I don't mind it.
Yeah, you just quest, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so here we are going to see Sajin just drop his dock here. I think not going to be triggering its ability. Or did he trigger it? Maybe he did.
Yeah, there's like 2 cards in his hand.
Yeah, so probably did.
Yeah, he can trigger it for, exchange your card from your deck, right?
Yeah, I mean, it says discard your hand and draw 2, but if you don't have a hand, doesn't matter, just draw 2.
Yeah, just draw it for free. That's the best timing you want to play the dogging roll.
That's right. So we are going to see Strength of the Raging Fire being played 3 damage down to Powhatan. Here he's only got 2 willpower left. He does play a second dock there, so he is going to be able to draw 2 cards from his deck right now. Sajin going to be pretty happy with that. He's already inked the Elsa, the Fifth Spirit, so I'm not going to have too much more ink to work with, but trades the Powhatan with his Lexington. Going to be pretty happy with that as well. Going to be passing the turn with 4 lore. There isn't too much of a lead, but it's slowly growing.
Yeah, and I mean, like the Chef Button just show up its value.
Yeah.
You exchange the Raging Power and, of course, a Lexington. Do a lot of things.
Oh, dang. Second Mowgli comes down. Sajin going to be showing the Cheshire Cat as well as the Giant Cobra. Nothing to discard, but it's good for Chutan to know that in his mind. He is, I think, going to be singing with the Trouble Dog. We do see here hurl his Thunderbolts onto that Cheshire Cat. Does not want to have value from the cat or the boost. In fact, gets rid of the cat. You know what? Lightning does beat cat.
Yeah.
But here, you're absolutely right. When a card like Chief Paladin here is able to force your opponent to utilize 2 cards, that in itself is extreme value, right? Because as we were talking about earlier, every single resource counts.
Yeah.
Whether it's hand size, ink size, board size, every resource counts here. So, yeah, absolute banger of a card here that Chutan is playing in his Amber Steel deck.
Yeah, and now we're questing out, and let's see what cards he will play in this turn, because he, inking the Elsa of the Fifth Spirits in the last turn or last 2 turn, and which one he really want to play in the 5th turn or 6th turn, right? And now he's playing the Giant Cobra and the Cheshire Cat just for the wider board.
Yeah, and big bodies as well, right? I mean, we can't forget.
Yeah.
The Cobra actually has a huge body. It's a 4/4 for 3 cost. Yeah. We didn't really see a lot of these overstatic cards until the arrival of Whispers in the Well, so Giant Cobra is kind of ahead of the curve in that front. Yes, it does have Vanish, but overall, very, very strong card. You also have the added benefit of choosing to discard your card from your hand. If you do, you gain 2 lore, right? So overall, very strong card for the Giant Cobra.
And you know what? The Thunder really beats the cat.
Yeah, Thunder beats cat, exactly. I mean, 2 times in a row.
Yeah,
it's
2 times in a row.
Right? Cat can't beat lightning.
Yeah.
But yeah, and we do see Giant Cobra trading out the Troubadour gaining so much value. Just being able to sing 1, I think he heard a Thunderbolt, and 1 Strength of a Raging Fire there. So it does make the cat a little bit toasty. Sajin is actually gaining quite a bit of value from Dox at this point as well. Dox being able to quest out 2 turns in a row, so gaining him 4 lore in total, brings his lore count total up to 8 at this point. Shutian needs to find something, and something quick, right? Maybe the Aerial Ethereal Voice will be able to get him some cards, because she has a boost ability. Once during a turn, if you play a song, if there's a card under the Aerial, you just draw a card. So it replaces itself once you've boosted her for the first time. Extremely strong ability, but the question is, does Shutian have a song that he can play? He plays a dock of his own, draws 2 cards. He is digging for something like a Strength of a Raging Fire. He hurled his Thunderbolts here. No, plays the Nani Stage Manager instead, finds another 2-drop maybe. Oh, we do see the Strength of the Raging Fire that he hurled his Thunderbolts, as well as the Aerial go to the bottom of the deck. Not the cards he wanted to see from the Nani. Gets the Grandmother Willow. But yeah, overall, it does not feel great here.
Yeah, but like Shiten got a lot of move in this turn. Dog into the Nanny, into the Grandmother Willow. Yeah, really good line, but like, which is not the thing he want to, play the most in this turn, right?
Yeah, I mean, he was definitely looking for a song there because if he does get a song, what he would be able to do would be to kind of boost the aerial with one,
Yeah.
and then from there just sing a song, right? So that he can start cycling through his deck. And he needs a way to deal with the Cobra, right? So unfortunately, not able to do that this turn. He may just need to pass here. Yeah, there we go.
And Burn played the Captain Hook in last turn, which is not the top deck you want to see. But now Genie I think, is the top deck you want to see. Really good two-lore quester, and you can draw one card when you play it.
Yeah, Genie here, extremely strong. Replaces itself, has evasive, quest for 2, not much more. You would ask for a card, from a card here. Seijin, gonna be pretty happy with that. I think gonna be questing with the Dock with the Giant Cobra. There's not much that Shutian can do to answer his board at this point in time. So, Seijin here, just weighing out his options. Is it worth it to lose the Dock? I mean...
I mean, like, it's hard, right? You want to get the lower lead in this matchup because both of player is like playing the aggro strategy, kind of aggro strategy, and getting lower is the main thing you want to do in this strategy, right?
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily call it an aggro strategy. I mean, something like aggro would be like dogs, right? Dogs is a hyper, is more
not,
like
not the aggro, right?
Yeah, this is a lot more tempo, yeah,
mid-range.
That's right, mid-range kind of style deck here. So, Seijin, you're right, he's managed to claw his way up to 8 lore at this point. Not much Chuchen could have done in the past few turns, but now the Nani could answer the Docks pretty easily and pretty efficiently as well. So Seijin, I think, making the right choice here, passes it over to Chuchen. Chuchen needs these songs, right? He needs stuff like the Strength of the Raging Fire, like he hurled the Thunderbolts. Unfortunately, we know that 2 of those cards are at the bottom of his deck, and there's no way for you to kind of get it back unless you're able to cycle through your entire deck. So far in Lorcana, there hasn't been a deck that's able to kind of do that at this point.
Yeah, for sure.
At least in this meta, you're not able to do that.
For sure. And the good player has already shown us that when you play this, mid-range strategy, you have to make your board wider and stable, not easy questing to, like easy questing with the dogs, and that your opponent challenging to your board, and all your character gone.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Because I mean, the thing is here, by not questing, you are basically threatening your opponent, right? You're like, hey, look, if you turn your characters, I can deal with you. If you don't turn your characters, you're not gonna win, right? So. Darn if you do, darn if you don't, basically. So, Suchian here has to make a really difficult choice. I mean, he has Grandmother Willow in hand, he has the Angel in hand, but none of these things are going to be able to deal with the board of Seijin right now.
Yeah, I think that Angel probably do something here, right? And now Shitian start to questing out, force Burn to answer his board, giving some pressure to him, and use the ability of the Angel.
Yep.
Snowball coming.
Snowball coming yet again. This Angel has been throwing so many snowballs on stream, man.
Snowball Festival today.
It is definitely Snowball Festival. Not really winter here in Taipei. It's more spring at this point. But you know what? Snowballs are pelting across the field. Shutian goes up to 4 lore right now. Demona. Demona doesn't feel great here, especially for Shutian. Angel is exerted. Angel can be answered. Aerial can be answered. And there's not much he can do. What's the silver lining for Shutian, though?
Can you tell me?
Yeah, I mean, look, Seijin doesn't really have that many large strength characters to deal with Shutian's board. So right now, Seijin can only answer with the Giant Cobra, and if he wants to really allocate that many resources into into the Angel, you could, right? But you're losing. You're losing a lot of tempo.
Your character.
You're losing a lot of tempo here. So yeah, we are. So he does. Seijin here does value getting rid and clearing some of the utility on the board. So we do see Angel go down. We do see Ariel go down as well. But it's slowly clearing the board.
Yeah, and it's always good to draw a card, getting the resource, and yeah, Demona's probably do something here, but like not ideal for Burn because the best way you play a Demona is like, okay, I'm swinging to all your character and your board got wiped
Yeah,
out.
you're able to just do a board clear, right? But at the same time, not having too many units on his end of the field, or too many, I guess, high strength units it is what it is sometimes, right? So I think he does identify he wants to get rid of the Angel as well as the Ariel and not let Shutian kind of run away with those two characters, because those two characters are very, very deadly when they're not exerted, right? You're able to draw cards with Ariel, you're able to deal constant damage with Angel. So I think calling for the Demona there was definitely the right call.
Yeah,
however,
for sure.
Shutian answers back with his second Strength of the Raging Fire.
And double Lilos come down.
Yeah, so we do see 2 Lilos, we do see 2 Mowglis as well. So Shutian here having a field day with an extremely wide board here. Closes up the lore count as well, so now it's 8 to Seijin as well as 7 to Shutian.
Yeah, I think like it's kind of desperate for Burn. Like, I trained to his board like last turn, and now he built an even wider board now.
Yeah, it's gross, man. I mean, look, he basically replaces 2 units that Seijin cleared the previous turn, right?
Yeah.
Seijin managed to clear valuable units in Angel and Ariel, so let's not forget that, right? But Shutian manages to draw into double Lilo, Escape Artist, so just plays those 2 things, plays those 2 cards from his hand, and overall, his board is really threatening right now.
Yeah. And like, the genies, which is the 2 lore quests that didn't like meaning a threat to Shutian now, because Burn is now at 8 lore, which is not even close to 20, right?
Yeah, it's not close. I mean, look, the good news for Seijin is that he's not going to be able to. Shutian doesn't have any basic character on the board right now.
Yeah.
And Calhoun is gonna be that character which is gonna not let Shutian quest, right? Because if he starts questing with these small units, Calhoun is just there to kind of clean up anything which has less than 3 willpower, right? And he's also going to benefit so much from the trade, especially when Shutian here has so many 1 strength units.
Yeah,
for
sure.
You're not dealing any damage to Calhoun, right? Which is not great.
Yeah, and now the good aim from Angel start throwing the snowball onto Shutian's board, and you know what? This Angel.
Yeah, it's a snowball fight, man.
Yeah,
it's a snowball fight in spring here in Taipei DLC. Seijin is chucking a snowball across. He has answered the Mowgli already, I believe. And he's just gonna pass it over here, questing for 2 with the genie to just bring him up to 10. So that is gonna be all right for the side of Shutian. I think eventually Seijin is gonna start running out of cards if he keeps chucking them away without any Yzma on the board. So Seijin here, really looking for a Yzma. Shutian here probably wants a way to deal with the Calhoun or the Genie. Strength of the Raging Fire would do it. Hero's Thunderbolt would do it, but there's only, I think, 1 strength left for Shutian to kind of see through, because the other one is at the bottom of his deck, and there's only 2 Hero's Thunderbolts left. So these are all important numbers to remember, guys. If you see him use 1 more Strength of the Raging Fire, that's it. That's it for this game 1.
Yeah, for sure. And now there's 7 lore on Shutian's board, which means that he can. Will he quest out here for like 7 lore and get into 14?
I don't know. Questing here for 14 till 14 doesn't feel the best, because you're gonna give so much value to Seijin here, right? I mean,
and the Calhoun.
The Calhoun is gonna be eating for free, man.
Yeah. So like, Shutian got here comes this stage which Shutian really wants. I think is really good for him, right?
Yeah. Stitch Carefree Snowboarder here is going to be drawing a card for him every single time he quests, I believe.
Yeah. And it means the big body and the synergy for Shutian's now, which he really needs, because as you mentioned in last turn, the character on Shutian's board is all in one strength, which not expand Nani, yeah, which is not really threatening Sejin's board, right?
Yeah, all those one strength characters here aren't going to be able to do anything right now. So Sujin here, I think, rightfully identifies that, does pass it over to Seijin. Seijin primed to slowly creep away with this game. I mean, at the very least, he can just quest the genie, right? And Sujin
Yeah.
can't answer that.
Yeah, and yeah, Shitin now can answer the evasive character on Seijin's board, and I mean like Angel can keep throwing the snowball on Shitin's board, right? So every turn he can like deal 2 damage on Shitin's character, and now Genie discard Genie, and still thinking which one will be the aim of the snowball.
Yeah, I mean, look here, right? If you do end up taking out the Lilo Escape Artist, the good news is you're going to get 2 lore every turn if Shuchen does bring back the Escape Artist thanks to the Calhoun, right?
Yeah.
But you'd also know on the flip side, if you do take the 2 lore here, or you let Shuchen play back the Lilo, take it out with the Calhoun, then it's going to be answered by Nani. But here we are going to see a Demona being played. All characters are currently exerted. We saw the snowball hit the Stitch. So yeah, Stitch is only going to have 3 willpower left. Prime for Calhoun to kind of sweep that Stitch. Wants to restrict the amount of lore as well as the amount of card draw that Shuchen can get here. I think that's exactly what we're going to see from Seijin.
Ooh, the Demona really means a lot for Seijin now, because Stitch will quest and get a draw in next turn, which means a lot for Shiten's resource. And now Demona, gets Seijin.
Yeah, Demona has given so much value for the side of Seijin. We are going to start seeing a board clear, I believe. I think Angel can easily take out anything that Seijin wants. I think there is no way for Seijin to clear his hand. If he can, then the Angel would would be able to banish the Nani pretty easily.
Easily, right.
But Seijin here just going to be inking the Hades, playing an Olaf. 1 card left in hand. I don't think the Angel can do anything. You do not want to use the Angel to even take out the Doc or even the Lilo or the Mowgli, because once the Angel turns, it's going to get banished by Nani. Yeah, it's not worth it right now.
And now Seijin is trying to figure out what cards. I mean, like, there's not really. I mean, like, main thing he can do here, right? Because you definitely don't want to. Oh, he want to swing the Angel into the Dock.
Yeah. So we use Angel to swing to banish away the Dock for the side of Shu Tian. I think Shu Tian is going to be really happy in it. Yeah, you do lose a Nani, but I think it's well worth it if you're able to get rid of the Angel here.
Yeah, and like Angel is really a big threat for Shi Tian, like for sure, right?
Yeah, for sure. So Shu Tian here. Once again, he's still looking for the same things, right? Even though he has less ways for him to sing stuff like Strength of the Raging Fire, and he hurled his Thunderbolt. But Shutian needs some of those answers right now.
Yeah, because Seijin is on 14 lords, which means like you have to answer the Genie, the Demonas, and the Olaf, or like with the Genie, Demona, Olaf, and the dog on Seijin's board, it will be game in next turn.
Yeah, for sure. So Shishin here really needs to start clearing away at the board. We are going to see the Nani banish away. The Angel does not get banished in return thanks to the Delia's Moon Lullaby that Shishin played earlier. Draws him a card, but not the card he's looking for. I think drew into a Grandmother Willow. Shishin here gonna be questing for 4, brings him up to 11, keeping up punch for punch for Seijin. But here Seijin basically, I think, has game, no?
Yeah, it's game. It's game. So
no, wait. He's got an Angel. It's not a game.
Not a game. It's not a game now. He got the Angel. He got the Genie.
Yeah, he managed to get rid of the Genie thanks to the help of Angel Experiment 624 here. Seijin is readying up for his turn, has 4 lore on the board. Guys, he is 2 lore away from getting game 1 of his winning in here. It is so close. Every single time Seijin quests, Shitian quests as well.
Yeah.
This is the type of game that we're looking for here at the Taipei DLC.
Yeah, and now Seijin is running out of his resources, and will he quest out here? Like for lures? It's like
Nah.
if he quests out, and Shiten can try to challenging into his character and try to wipe out his board, but like if he quests out here, he will like 18, and in next turn it will be the game if Shiten can give all the answer to his board, right?
Oh, I really like that play, right? So Olaf, whenever Olaf does get banished, you are you are able to bounce back one of your own characters chooses to bounce back the dock, so you're able to just recur the dock, right? Be able to replay the dock and keep drawing cards if you've used up all your cards, and this is exactly what Sajin is looking at doing. He has 2 cards in his hand. He could just easily ink one, wait for next turn, ink the other, or play the other, and then if you have another Olaf, which he does, you're able to just recur the dock.
Ooh. The loop of the dog.
Mm-hmm. So sick. This combo I think was identified by Purple Steel players from the last set.
Really good.
Yeah, it's such a good play. Here we are looking at Sajin having the Angel, and I think something else that I saw here chooses, I think, to pass. He's just making sure of all of his outs at this point.
Yeah, and let's see what Staging will do in this crucial turn.
Yeah, he is going to pass. I think passing here is not that bad of a choice.
There's no call on Shiten's hand, right? So only the top deck?
No, Seijin, I think, drew. Yeah, he had a hand thanks to Demona just now.
Okay.
Right, the Demona managed to get him some cards in his hand. So he will be able to pitch a card for Angel here to deal 2 damage, likely targeting something like the Olaf. Right, but then I don't think he has a way to necessarily deal with the Demona unless you're willing to trade your Angel here.
Oh, that feels so bad.
Yeah, it feels horrible, man.
Yeah.
But I'm also wondering, what cards does Shitian have in his hand? He's been thinking for quite a bit, so I don't think he's necessarily done with this game. He doesn't want to let this game go. 5 ink for Amber Steel deck says quite a lot, but no, I think he's decided there is no way to continue playing this. There's no way to safely get rid of Sajin's board without sacrificing too much. So here, Shitian does end up scooping in game number 1. But this matchup, I mean, this is why I like it, right? It's really close. It's not an easy matchup, I think, for both players. And because they're playing both mid-range versions of this deck, it can go for quite a while. We saw the first round going for about 20-odd minutes. And keep in mind, these players are playing on pace as well.
Yeah, and I think it's like such a skillful matchup, right?
Yeah.
Mid-range deck to the mid-range deck, and once you make the wrong decision, it will be the game, right?
For sure. I think it's very punishing for every small misplay that you make in Lorcana in general. But in this specific matchup, it really sucks if you're just, quest a little bit too much and then you overcommit. You get punished super easily, man.
Yeah, and like, there's a lot of cards that can punish you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kami Calhoun from Steel, right? Straight to the not straight to the Raging Fire, Angel. Angel is quite punishing as well. Sometimes your math needs to math properly.
Yeah. It's always the problem, right?
Yeah, for sure. I think I do want to highlight that scooping here, at least for the side of Shitian, I think is the wise move, right? Because he knows if he lost game 1, he still technically has game 2 and game 3 as well to play out for the potential win, for his win in. He doesn't want to sacrifice or waste too much time in game number 1, knowing that he's basically fighting an uphill battle, right?
Yeah.
He's looking up. He's like, I still need 2 more games for me to actually come back and win this. So definitely props to him for making that quick decision.
Yeah, and as we mentioned that in previous, this is a really skillful matchup for both players. It's the mid-range deck mirror, and once you make any mistake, maybe it will be the game. So like you have to leave enough time for you to think about everything in the game, right? So it's definitely a good choice for Shitian here to scoop out. And yeah, I'm going to the second game and keep my mental and just play properly.
Yeah, for sure. Let's talk a little bit about the differences in the deck. I mean, we talked about it being very similar because it's basically a mid-range mirror at the end of it all.
Yeah.
But let's talk about Amber and let's talk about Amethyst, right? So I think the strength of Amber here, you are able to have a little bit more card draw with things like your Akut Imuti, your Stitch, the Carefree Snowboarder. These are all ways for you to sing as well as kind of get cards back in your hand. You have your Aerial Ethereal Voice as well. So that's Aerial is kind of like your main engine if you're going to be playing this like pseudo Steel Song variant of Amber Steel. Versus the other hand, we have Amethyst, right, being on stage inside. Any cards stand out to you in Amethyst?
I mean, like there's the good card like the Elsa, the Fifth Spirit, which can trade into the exert the opponent's character and rush into it, and also there's like good card like Genies, which can get the synergy, and 2 Lord Quester, and what's most is the evasive character, which is really hard to be answered, right?
Spot on, man. I mean, look, the evasive package is such a good combo for Amethyst. You have your Genies, you have your Dumbos, you have your Elsas. These are all cards which just generate so much value. I talked about a little bit about card draw for the side of Amber, but Amethyst just, dials that up to 11, right? You have just so many different ways for you to draw cards, and there's so many good on-play effects as well. So overall, I think it really is kind of a pick your poison kind of situation here. But game 2 has very swiftly started. We did see Mulan Disguised Soldier being played by the side of Shi Tian, but Burr in here, by Sage in here, having Christopher Robin right from the get-go. And that underdog ability, man, we've seen it so many times on stream today. I am really digging it.
Yeah, really good card to play second, the underdog effect. And what's more, we can like one thing to mention that Shi Tian discarded Lilo into the discard list, which is the card you definitely want to see it in discard, right?
Yeah, I mean, look, I'll be pretty happy of seeing Lilo in the discard pile. I mean, I'm not going to use it right now, especially when you have Calhoun on the other side of the field staring down your board. But definitely seeing the Lilo in the discard pile is really nice because it means that you can just play it if you have nothing better to do
wherever
later
you
in
want.
the game. Exactly.
Yep. And now Seijin is playing the Calhoun, which is really good to cost tempo for him here, which can punishing if Shi Tian want to challenging to the Christopher Robin or maybe like Quest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really nice, right? You have Christopher Robin here, who is a 2 lore quester, right? So every single time you turn Christopher Robin, you're gaining 2 lore, and then you have Calhoun at the back line just chilling like, hey, if you want to take my Christopher Robin, you sure about that, buddy?
Yeah, you have to sing again.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Here comes the Grandmother Willow, which is really good for Amber that you can get the ball wider and wider.
I really like this play that Shuqin just played, right? So he was able to sing Akut Imudi with the Trouble Door, gets him to draw a card, and the next unit he plays costs 2 less. So what does he do? He plays Grandmother Willow for free. Right?
Yeah.
Grandmother Willow has the ability where it lets you play your next character for 1 ink less. What does he do? Plays the Aerial Ethereal Voice. And what did I say is the draw engine for this Amber Steel? Aerial Ethereal Voice. So this is a really nice curve, and it was kind of the quote-unquote perfect turn for Shi Tian, being able to have all those cards in his hand for that curve. It's so nice to see on stream.
I mean, like the Grandmother Wheel is like doing so much in the Amber decks. It's just like giving the Amber deck a ramping ability, right?
Yeah, I mean it's almost like a free ramp.
Yeah,
every turn.
It's crazy.
All right, and the value that you can get out of the Grandmother Willow is just insane. I mean, the longer Grandmother Willow stays, for every card you're playing, you're getting a free discount. It's like digging out of the discount bin like every single turn. It's I don't know, man.
Okay, and now Seijin playing the Lexington, which is a big body you want to play here.
Yeah, it's pretty funny, right? Because Lexington is a big body, but he's also small in stature. I always found that really funny, and it seems like Shi Tian doesn't find it funny. Gets rid of the Lexington with a strength. With a he hurled his thunderbolts with Trouble Door. Trouble Door putting in so much work. Sung 2 songs already. Shi Tian gaining immense value.
Yeah, infinitive value. It's like really doing well here, and now Shi Tian is maybe like he want to sing another song.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. Unfortunately, not able to draw a card the second time from the aerial ethereal voice. You're only able to do that once per turn, but does get rid of the Calhoun. So that means whatever card Shutian plays can quest very easily. Does play the Dock, which is absolutely gross. Quests with the Grandmother Willow as well. Shutian looks very much primed to take this game too.
Oh, insane tempo for Shi Tian here. You know, the draw line is like really, really good. I love his line so much. You know, turn to the Grandmother Willow, do so much, and now the Dock give you the synergy, give you the resource.
Yeah, I mean, Shutian has everything going for him this game. I mean, I may have called it a little bit too early, but I mean, the board right now is looking very healthy for the side of Shutian. You know, just making sure that I think everything does seem okay here. Seijin gonna be playing Angel, and Angel has made a huge impact for every single time
Yeah.
we've seen her on stream. Angel here, you are gonna be able to use good aim to get to chuck a card into the discard pile to deal 2 damage to any characters on your opponent's side of the field. So it is extremely, extremely strong. Seijin making sure he doesn't pitch the wrong card though. Every single decision matters, but I'm pretty sure he is going to be eyeing that Grandmother Willow does not want to leave that for too long. So we are, surprisingly seeing the Strength of Raging Fire being pitched here, getting rid of the Willow, preventing any more value for Shutian to gain.
Yeah, I mean, like, the Grandmother Willow already gone, like, infinity value here, right?
That's true, man. I mean, the 2 cards have been played from the reduction in cost from Grandmother Willow. Shutian, I think, is going to be pretty happy with letting her go here. Is going to be inking the Angel Siren, I believe. Plays a Stitch Carefree Snowboarder, the cousin of Stitch Carefree Surfer here. Very similar effects, but very different as well. Carefree Surfer allows you to draw 2 cards immediately on play. Carefree Snowboarder will allow you to draw a card for every time he quests if you have 2 or more characters on his field. Right, so technically, if Carefree Snowboarder stays for longer than just 1 turn, or draws you more than 2 cards, it gains a lot more value. But also, Stitch Carefree Snowboarder is also 2 ink cheaper than Carefree Surfer.
Yeah, exactly. And what is the best play for staging here? I mean, like, Shiten is, you know, building a really, really solid board here, and now staging. Oh, double angel.
Double angel. Double angel would definitely do that. I mean, look, staging doesn't have a hand right now, so the angel is gonna have resist too. So very happily quests with his angel.
Untouchable.
Yeah, it's right now quite untouchable because Shutian doesn't have a high might. High strength character on his side of the field. You know, the only thing that he does have is that Stitch Carefree Snowboarder, but the resist 2 is not gonna cut it.
Yeah, I don't think he want to, you know, challenging into it. It's not worth it, right?
No, but we are gonna see a song that's gonna be sung though. Troubadour being exerted here. He is gonna be singing Immunity. So Shutian is able to draw a card and play the next character for 2 less ink. We do see Stitch questing for 2. Gonna let Shutian draw 1 card from this Carefree Snowboarder here. Is it gonna be a character that Shutian wants? I mean, it could Moody lasts basically only for this turn, right? So cost 2 less, just making sure that he is counting correctly. Looks like he's eyeing a 4-cost character. It could be another aerial.
Yeah, and you know, counting the cost correct is really, really important here. And yeah, that's what we mentioned about in this mid-range, you know, gameplay. You have to, you know, play everything correctly, and 1 miscount might be the game. 1 miscount might be like really, really bad for your game, right? And now, Seijin is on no hand, right?
Yeah, Seijin does not have a single card in his hand. Shutian here dropping the Troubadour free, thanks to the help of a good Moody. So Shutian just making sure he wants to utilize all of his ink. I don't think he's got that many cards in his hand. Thankfully, Stitch is there to help refill it just a little bit. Yep, plays cheap Pahada.
Oh.
This means he is going to be able to quest if he wants to do so. Chooses not to quest, actually. I would think with the bodyguard there, I think questing
Maybe
would be a good
quest is
choice.
nice.
Yeah, questing won't be a bad choice at all. But Sajin here going to be playing off the top of his deck, has double angel. But with only one card per hand, one card in his hand, he's only going to be able to pitch one. Only going to be able to do 2 damage. 2 damage. The only target on Shutian's side of the field is that Mulan.
Yeah, and you know what? There's only 4 ink in Sajin's Inkswell, so you know even if you draw a high cost character, you can't even play like the character you definitely want to play like Demona, right?
Yeah, Demona is 2 ink away. You can't even cheat it out with Amethyst Steel Turn. Oh, so Shutian here passed. Just making sure that Sajin is doing something here. That's honestly not too much that Sajin can do safely, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we talked about this match earlier. Every single small play is a small mistake is deadly. So he is going to be using Angel here. Good aim to target to the 2 damage on something. Yeah, I think so he is going to be targeting the Palhatan here. The Angel is going down, being able to trade the Palhatan with Angel, and the second Angel is just going to be questing there. So questing for actually just Angel questing.
I mean, like, it doesn't feel
much.
good, man. It's like, I don't want to train my angel into your bodyguard, but like, I have to.
Yeah, you have no choice. You have no choice at all. Carefree Surfer draws Shutian the second card, already gaining so much value. Okay, no, yeah, there we go. That makes a little bit more sense. Going to be questing for 4 here. So gain 6 goes to 9.
Yeah, and now Shutian playing the Lilos, which is, you know, discard in the turn 1, which I mentioned that I can play like whenever I want, and now is the time.
Yeah, now is definitely the time. I mean, with Lilo on the board, questing all his characters, yeah, I think Shutian just realized that he should have quested it earlier. Oh, no, but he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to quest with the dog, so he goes down to 8 Link. He goes down to 8 lore. He sings.
He wants to sing.
Yeah, he wants to sing with Delia's Moon Lullaby. So minus his 2 strength from the side of Angel. Instead, draws him a card as well. Plays Grandmother Willow here. Is going to play Lilo for 1. This is a huge turn. Shutian's board is extremely wide. He doesn't have lethal next turn, but he will get it in 2 turns. Sajin is playing on the clock right now.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah.
I think Sajin scooped.
Yes, I think Sajin scooped. So we're going to the game 3.
Sajin did scoop there. So we are going to a game number 3. Shutian showed us the prowess of this Amber Steel deck. You're able to go so wide. You're able to gain so much value from Troubledore. Troubledore actually is really a really good card, right? I mean, you're paying 2 ink for it. Yeah, it's a sing of 4. It's got resist 1. It's a 1/3 stat line. I mean, what more do you want from card?
Yeah, exactly. You know, in this matchup, in this game, Shutian is doing like a one-side game, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely control.
Yeah, I mean, look, Sajin, I think there was a world, right, where Sajin could have come back if he manages to top deck something like a Doc, right?
Yeah.
Or even, no, Demona won't do it, so it had to be a Doc.
Doc in a row.
Yeah, it had to be Doc into Doc, basically, and then for him, he can then start pitching his cards with the Angels, start clearing out some of the board for the side of Shutian, but unfortunately wasn't able to draw double Doc for a second game in a row. I mean, look, doing that in game 1 was all right. If you're able to do it in the second game, ooh, that's kind of cringe, man.
Yeah. And now we're diving into the third game, which is really crucial for both players because, you know, the winner of the player will get into the day 2. And, you know, if you lose this game, your journey is like
done. Yeah, the stakes are high in this game. Sajin versus Shutian here. Once again, guys, if you're just joining us, this is going to be round number 7 of the Taipei DLC. This is the win and in for both of these players. Both these players want to make it to day 2. They want to find a final win here. I believe there's a total of 9 rounds of Swiss, so the players are still have 2 more games to play tomorrow in day 2 before making it for the top 32 cut. So these players are extremely locked in. You know, they know what's what's at stake. Shitian here did make, I believe, day 2 in Hong Kong DLC. I know he wants to make another run for today, right?
Yeah.
It's extremely fun to watch these two players.
Yeah, and now we dive into the game. Sanjin played the Olaf for the 1 cost, and Shi Tian in his first turn played the underdog character.
Yeah, there we go. We do see the Angel Siren being played. This Angel would be able to get him so much value, especially with Akut at Imudi being 3 costs, right? So that means she is going to be able to sing Akut Imudi if she wants to. I don't think he wants to do that now, though, with Calhoun being played on the side of Seijin.
Yeah, and maybe like seeing the Raging Fire is good here. Like, you know, get rid of the Calhoun.
I mean, you're not able to do that because there's only 1 character on the board, right? So
Sorry. Yeah.
No, I mean, you would have to play like two 1-drop characters into Strength of the Raging Fire in order for you to do that. I don't think it's a bad play per se. I just don't think that Shichen can do this at this point in time.
Yeah, you have to set up for this. Yeah.
For sure. I mean, I do see Grandmother Willow in Shitian's hand, so I think he's likely going to want to ink something and then play either the Trouble Door or the Grandmother Willow. I think Grandmother Willow here would be the right call, unless he's afraid of Seijin having something like the Strength of the Raging Fire on his side of the field.
Yeah, and it's always right to play the Grandmother Willow in your turn too, but like, there's no 1 cost character that Shi Tian can play in this turn, which is, you know, not that much value that Grandmother Willow get.
Yeah, for sure, man. I mean, here we are going to see a Seijin inking that Demona. He does have the Strength of the Raging Fire, so Strength of the Raging Fire can be played, can be sung right now to Grandmother Willow so that it limits what Shijin can do with her Smooth the Way ability. Seijin here eyeing it, looking at it, does play hard cast the Strength of the Raging Fire onto that Grandmother Willow here. He is likely going to go for the questing route. This quest for 2 for the side of Seijin, bringing him up to 3 at this point in time. Shitian and passes it over to Shitian. I think Seijin going to be pretty happy with that Strength of a Raging Fire. Shitian now looking at how he can strike back.
Yeah, and the Nani, the stay manager, is going to the Inkwell, means that Shi Tian has another 3 cost tempo he wants to play rather than Nani. I'm curious about it. You know, another Nani.
Yeah,
that's reasonable. That's why.
Nani, I mean, you're able to. And why do you ink the Nani? Because you have another Nani. You're able. There we go. That's a nice family reunion there. Nani finding the Lilo from the top 4 cards of his deck.
So lovely.
Yeah, exactly. Such a touching reunion, you know.
You know, Angel with Nani and find the Lilo.
Yeah, exactly, man. I mean, look, all you need to make the family complete is Stitch, which I think Shitian actually does have in his hand.
Here comes another family.
Yeah, but you know what? Unfortunately, Shitian does not want to see that because his own Angel gets taken out by Experiment 624 on the side of Seijin. So, yeah, I mean, unfortunately, family reunion cut short here. Shitian gonna have to find a way back. I mean, going first as Purple Steel feels so good when you're able to just answer all the small bodies from the side of the Amber Steel deck when you're able to play Angel on with priority on your turn.
Yeah, this Angel definitely do a lot of things to Shi Tian's board, and now Shi Tian played his own Angel to try to deal with Seijin's board, which throwing the snowball, the good aim, banishing the Olaf. And I don't think that Seijin will, you know, bounce his own character back in this turn, right?
I think you can only do that if Olaf gets banished in a challenge, I think.
I see.
If I'm not wrong. But yeah, you know what? That hand is looking incredibly slim for the side of the Purple Seal player. Doesn't have much left on his end of the field. So looking to... it has 0 cards left in hand, so able to take the Angel trade very nicely from the side of Shi Tian. Does exert it. Seijin does exert Shi Tian's Angel thanks to the help of Elsa, the Fifth Spirit.
Yeah, the Elsa, the Fifth Spirit, really do a lot here because, you know, only Seijin got the Angel, right? So yeah, really good news for Seijin.
Yeah, and keep in mind as well, Seijin with no cards left in his hand. Angel does have resist +2, so the Nani is not going to be able to take out Experiment 624 for this side of Shi Tian. Shi Tian needs to be able to sing something here, play something. Play a song if needed. Ooh, eyeing the Lilo down does not feel great. Plays the carefree snowboarder, which we saw gain so much value for the side of Shutian, is going to pass here. Not going to be able to deal with the Angel Welsh Cheese exerted hurts because in an Ember Steel deck, there isn't a way for you to exert any characters, but you need to, the only way for you to kind of answer the Angel at this point is for you to sing a song, right? For you to play a song like
sure.
Hero of the Thunderbolts or Strength of a Raging Fire.
Yeah, and in contrast, like the Amethyst, the system of Amethyst can easily, exert your opponent's character. That's why Sajin get the advantage here, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Elsa going to be able to quest for one evasive character, not easily dealt with from the side of Shutian. So I think Sajin here can easily just start questing away with the Elsa because even he holds Thunderbolts is not going to be able to deal with the 5 willpower that Elsa has. And to add insult to injury, Sajin just played the Giant Cobra as well.
And with the Untouchable, the Angel Experience 624 is also questing out here for the lore, right? And he won't be punished because the Untouchable.
Yeah, Untouchable truly makes this Angel untouchable. I mean, you're going to be able to swing the Stitch into that Angel, but you are going to not be able to draw a card with Stitch. Yeah. So I think Sajin has rightfully identified that and quested with the Angel to say, hey, look, I'm going to get a free lore if you don't want to deal with my Angel.
Yeah.
But Shutian here playing Chief Pahalton as well as the dock value has been gained from the side of Shutian. So I do expect that, there we go, the Stitch to then trade with the Angel here because now Sajin has to deal with Chief Pahalton if he wants to reach Stitch.
Yeah, and now Shutian gets the resource by the dog. My Stitch has to, challenging into Angel that I can draw a card, but you know what? Docs do this.
Yeah.
Yep.
Doc is able to just refill Shutian's hand. That's just the card that he wants to look at. And this, my friends, I feel is going to be the turning point, right?
Yeah,
right now, the lore difference is only 5. Sajin is only 5 lore ahead. But the issue is he's only playing off the top of his deck. He gets Elsa, the 5th Spirit, which is great for the side of Sajin. Thinking what card he wants to exert, probably gonna be, I think, the Nani here. There we go. Exerts the Nani, but you have to deal with the body of Chief Pahalton.
Yeah.
I mean, you're gonna lose 2 characters if you decide to trade with Chief Pahalton. I think here, questing maybe the angle.
Yeah, I mean, like, it feels like so bad to, challenging to the bodyguard. It's like, ooh.
Yeah, so we do see the swing of Elsa as well as Calhoun dealing with Chief Pahalton. We do see the Elsa getting rid of the Stitch, so... the Elsa as well as the Giant Cobra getting rid of the Stitch, so Shutian here being able to, not able to gain any more value from the carefree snowboarder. Ooh, this game is pretty tight, man.
Yeah, it's really tight. As well, we mentioned that both of deck is like mid-range deck, so like the game is gonna be long this time.
Ooh, yeah, and look at this Chief Pahalton being played, Lilo being played right now. This is close. Shutian, I think, also has 1 card left in his hand. Oh, Cheshire Cat is a great pickup on the side of stages. The top deck, Cheshire Cat, it is likely going to be a boost too. Shifting some damage from the Elsa to the Lilo. That's one way to get rid of cards on Shutian's side of the field.
Yeah, I mean, like, the Cheshire Cat definitely is really good for Sajin here. You can, the game is now still continuing, and both players are starting to challenging to opponent's character, try to wipe out their board, and Cheshire Cat do a lot here.
Yeah, Cheshire Cat is going to have so much value, especially for the side, especially because Shutian has no way to kind of get rid of it unless he tops deck. He holds his Thunderbolts here. It has to be a he holds his Thunderbolts to get rid of the Cheshire Cat. Does he get it? He has 2 cards in his hand. Seeing how he hasn't immediately slammed it down means he doesn't have it at this point in time. But I wonder if there's a way for him to dig a little deeper to get access to his Hero Thunderbolts. This game is so close, and this is why I love casting Lorcana.
Yeah, so close. And now, playing the Raging Fire, not able to take out the Cheshire Cat, but Elsa also is
that's great.
Yeah, that's great. You need an answer to an evasive character, which Sajin can keep like quest, can challenge like whatever he wants. So like, yeah, it's good to take out Elsa here.
Yeah, no, it's a fabulous card. We do see Fire the Cannons coming, firing back from the side of the stage. And Shi Tian here laughing away because he knows that it's literally a top deck game at this point. Praying, seeing what the card it needs to be here. He holds Thunderbolts here. We are going to see 3 lore gain for the side of Shi Tian. Bring him up to 3 3s to 8 right now. We don't see a hero with Thunderbolts. That's insane.
Oh, that's insane top deck.
This is the top deck that we were looking for. There's no way for Sajin to keep his Cheshire Cat alive. Sajin here does draw his Christopher Robin, but that may not be the card that he's looking for. This was the answer that Shi Tian's looking for. This is the card that may lock Shi Tian in for day 2.
Thunderbolt really beats the cat.
Yeah, I mean,
insane top deck. My Shi Tian, it's really huge for him now, right?
Yeah, I mean, look, Shi Tian is going to be able to quest 3 every single turn he plays. He gets the aerial ethereal voice as well. Does boost the aerial, so whatever song he plays from now on is going to get him a card into his hand. He holds his Thunderbolts. He has Strength of Raging Fire. There's only 2 of them in his discard right now, meaning that there are 6 potential answers that he gets top deck to dunk as well. This is absolutely insane. He also gets the Delia's Moon Lullaby. This draws him 2 cards. Everything is working in Shi Tian's hand right now.
What an insane top deck. Another top deck into the, Clover and banish it.
Yeah, exactly. So this means that Shi Tian has just slowly started running away with this game. We do see a 4-drop being played. We do see the Angel being played right now. Everything is working in Shi Tian's favor. Shi Tian was able to brave through the storm, was able to push through, was able to find all the answers he needs.
What a top deck, continuous draw by Shi Tian. It's like insane. I have no word for it,
Yeah, no, this game was absolutely. I mean, look, we keep saying insane, but I mean, can you blame us, guys?
Yeah.
This game is popping off, and it's so nice to see right now. It's 9 to 11 lore. Even we do see an ink coming out from Sajin. He is trying to get to Demona. He's currently at 6 ink, so if he top his deck of Demona, that is going to be his way to slowly claw back. But it may be a little bit too late. We are seeing the amount of lore. Shi Tian going to be counting the amount of lore that he has here. It is going to be 7.
Lore.
It is bringing him up to 18. He has 6 ink left to use. How is he going to play this out?
Which is pretty close to close the game, right?
Yeah, it's so close. I mean, look, he is going to pay 4 ink to play another Angel here. He is going to play 2 Angels here. This is going to be game. Shi Tian gets away for this game. It is absolutely a blast.